Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
That's how I got him to stop. Was I begged him not to do it in front of her.
Years after this local mom almost died in a brutal attack, her family is still trying to heal. Good evening, and everyone, thank you for joining us, everyone. Domestic violence is a growing problem. In Minnesota, it took at least 34 lives last year.
For one local family, a brutal attack years ago continues to cause major problems for a woman and her 6 kids. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson has their story.
Never saw it coming.
Raven Brevik says she had a pretty normal family, a husband, and 6 kids, until 2012, when she tried to separate with her husband.
He wanted to get back together, and I was just done, so I was like, no. And he didn't like that answer, so he attacked me and almost killed me.
Her then husband, Kenton Stillday, is serving 11 years in prison for stabbing Brevik in the chest, and their oldest daughter, 10 at the time, watched it happen.
I also think she saved me if she wasn't there. That's how I got him to stop. Was I begged him not to do it in front of her.
Brevik's punctured lung has healed, but that one night turned this mom into a single mom raising 6 kids. Kids left with painful memories. Their oldest suffers from PTSD.
Been working a couple jobs to take care of them.
Her oven doesn't work. She has to have a countertop oven so the mice don't get to it.
Brevik's close friend, Nicole Cogger, has watched the kids grow up in a 3-bedroom trailer that's falling apart.
And knowing that she doesn't get any help, from anywhere else, that she's doing it on her own.
Cogger is asking people to donate $1 during these tough times, saying it can make a difference in the lives of the children. Children that Brevik says are the reason she's alive.
I'm stronger than I thought I was.
In Dilworth, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
If you want to donate to help the Brevik family, Cogger set up an account at Gate City Bank. You can donate in person or by mail. Just tell them that it's for Raven Brevik.
A warning today for parents from the Minnesota Department of Public Safety. They say common items you see your children use every day are becoming hiding places where deadly substances are concealed in plain view. How often do you check your children's bedrooms, cell phones, backpacks, or laptops? Officials say these are all places where the warning signs of drug use could be, and checking them out could save your child's life. The public safety video also urges parents to make sure they're counting any prescription pills that might be around the house, as that's often the avenue where teenagers fall into the cycle of opioid addiction. If you would like to watch the entire video on what to look for, we have it online. Just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Classes have been canceled for tomorrow at Holy Family St. Mary's Catholic School in Grand Forks after officials say someone made a credible threat against the school. Paul Braun, the communications director for the Fargo Diocese, tells Valley News Live that a threat was received at the Holy Family Parish office. Along with the school, Braun tells us that the parish will be closed tomorrow as well. Officials say a threat was made to either the property or the people connected to the school. Police say this is an open investigation and they aren't releasing any specifics. Classes will resume on Monday. If you have any information that could lead to identifying the suspect, please contact Grand Forks Police. There's a new scam on the horizon, and it's aimed at college students.
Identity thieves will prey on their lack of financial knowledge, luring them in to get personal information. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons tells us what you need to know so you don't fall victim next.
When students head to college for the new academic year, they have many things on their mind, and being scammed is not one of them. But according to the Better Business Bureau, also known as the BBB, that is happening. Scammers will call a college student and say they owe money for an unpaid tax on their college tuition.
They're asking me to pay them. I wouldn't pay them unless I had any sort of documentation or something.
Madeline Heisinger says her parents handle anything involving her college tuition, so she would just hang up on a call like this. The BBB says there is no such thing as a tuition tax. Tuition fees are not taxed by the government. And some scammers will also recite your personal information, like an address, then ask you to confirm it, which another NDSU student says should be an immediate red flag.
Even if you call like your eye doctor or like your phone bill, they won't disclose any information to you over the phone, so like it's just not a thing. Usually you just do it in person.
A new study says that 22% of college students will become victims of identity theft, which is 3 times more than the average victim of fraud. And the BBB says that thieves see college students as the perfect opportunity for many reasons.
With shared living spaces, new roommates, there's a lot of opportunity there, so we're just reminding people to be very careful.
Hendrickson says college students should not have sensitive mail delivered to their dorms. It should be sent to a permanent address or P.O. box instead, especially when it comes to bank credit card offerings.
Too many cases, these students just kind of throw them in the garbage, not knowing that thieves actually look for things like this in the garbage.
Helping to keep your future bright and full of success, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
The Better Business Bureau also says to monitor your bank statement regularly to make sure you don't become the next victim of identity theft. And if you do, make sure you report it to police immediately.
The Red River Regional Dispatch Center is gearing up to start taking your 911 text messages. Back in March, we told you about Next Generation 911 coming to North Dakota. It's a text messaging service that can help bring safety to more people. Well, the Regional Dispatch Center director says the system has been enabled, final testing is being done, and it's expected to go live in October. Now, it's still being advised, you are still being advised to call in emergencies and then text when you can't.
Valley City voters overwhelmingly said yes to Dave Carlsrud as their new mayor. NewsDakota.com reports that Carlsrud won by a 5-1 margin over 2 other candidates. Carlsrud received 1,044 votes. Janice Clark Klein had 181, and Scott Sandvik received 150 votes. This was a special election to fill out the remaining 2-year term of former mayor Bob Werkhoven. Hillary Clinton is back on the campaign trail after taking a few days off to recover from pneumonia.
And polls show she's returning to a tightening race. Nancy Cordes reports.
Clinton returned to the campaign trail with a wave and a tongue-in-cheek new theme song. I feel good. Determined to send a message that she's on the mend.
Nobody ever accuses me of quitting, and I will never give up. I'll never walk away, no matter how tough the going gets. I'm actually asking Americans to hold me accountable for my ideas and hold my opponent accountable for his.
When it comes to those ideas, the new CBS News New York Times poll finds voters think Clinton would do a better job handling terrorism, immigration, and foreign policy. But they say Trump would do a better job with the economy. And that's their #1 issue. Trump's voters are also more likely than Clinton's to say they are very enthusiastic about voting.
It's important to sit with your thoughts every now and then.
In Greensboro, Clinton said her sick days had given her time to reflect on the kind of race she wants to run in the final 7 weeks.
I want to give Americans something to vote for, not just against. With all the noise and distraction, it's important to focus on what really matters and the real choice in this election.
She'd like to put her illness behind her, but was asked repeatedly today why her running mate wasn't informed about her pneumonia diagnosis until she nearly fainted at ground zero.
We communicated. We've communicated, but I am, not going to go into our personal conversations, and I feel very comfortable and confident about our relationship.
For this final stretch, Clinton says she will turn her focus to the issues that motivated her to run in the first place, such as opportunities for kids and fairness for families.
The protest and legal battle over the Dakota Access pipeline is drawing varying reactions from the candidates running for North Dakota's seat in the House of Representatives. There's been confusion and chaos after a federal judge rejected the tribe's efforts to stop construction of the pipeline. Incumbent Congressman Kevin Kramer says a full environmental impact study could take up to a year, and he's hoping for a quick resolution.
The Department of the Army, the Department of the Interior, and the Department of Justice could do a very fast review of the process to make sure that the Corps of Engineers did everything properly.
The majority of the pipeline runs under private land. The only missing part of the puzzle is an easement that's required to install the segment through Lake Oahe, which is still under consideration by the Army Corps of Engineers.